Well, here we are having a little coffee break and
Yeah.
taking our time from our events here in Canberra. I'd like to hear some of your questions. There's a few ready for us to go, so let's have it.
Well, that's a good question. I think after being here in Australia, we would all advocate for about 73 days. Yes, it's unfortunately just a fascination. As soon as whoever is the president gets elected, I think the next day they probably get about a 24-hour period of rest, and then the next day it's on to the next news cycle and on to the next, presidential election. It's just in the innate nature. Also, it's an incredibly large country, 320 million people with 50 states and a lot of territory, so it does take a lot of time to get around and to get all your messages, but I think we would all admit we could use for a little less time.
Yeah, I mean, the election season used to be traditionally launched the day after Labor Day. That was when people started to really pay attention. But this is, we're talking now 20, 30 years now where the election season really begins ever so much earlier. I mean, it used to be then the conventions, and then before that it was when the nominations were wrapped up, and now it's really a full year and a half before the actual votes are tallied.
I don't know. Possibly.
We should try it.
We should try it.
Yeah,
we should definitely try it.
70-day in and out.
Because right now, I actually don't really want to turn on my television. There is such a bombardment of ad. And it's not just the presidential. It's also congressional races that are happening, Senate races that are happening, your mayor's race, your governor's race.
Yeah.
So, I mean, everywhere you turn, you're kind of getting a little bit bombarded with all of the political messages.
Yeah.
And some of them, aren't exactly so positive. So,
wait till the advertising starts.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
really
the thing.
starts.
Americans have seen only a bit of advertising in certain states and in certain places, but I'll tell you, come September, oh my goodness, it's going to be 2 months straight of carpet bombing of advertisements for Trump, against Trump, for Hillary, against Hillary. It's going to be.
I think my television is going to be permanently turned to Sesame Street or some other kind of programming because the volume is going to be so loud on the political advertising.
Yeah.